Hello everyone, Python
everyone.
coders out there. We're back. This time I want to teach you, along with a special guest, about functions in Python. These are little blocks of code that you can reuse. And so, do you want to introduce yourself, special guest?
Hi, my name is Patrice. I am a tech instructor here at UW-Madison, and I teach dev apps and web design.
Awesome. So, let's just jump right in.
I'm excited. Yeah, functions are one of the most important things that you can have in your pouch as a programmer, in your toolbox.
Nice. So yeah, what we're going to cover, and it'll take a while, but essentially we want to do a lot with functions today. So what is a function first off? We're going to talk about existing functions, so kind of built-in functions in Python. And then user-defined function, which will be the bulk of our lesson today.
Yeah.
Those are functions that you can write, code that you can reuse. And then how to write a function, how to call or use a function. And then you're going to run us through 3 function exercises. How to set up a function to find the area of a rectangle given the length and the width, which is pretty easy and kind of redundant. It's an easy thing to pull off.
But it's just to help you get the concept, and then it'll be more useful later when we do the password validation.
Yeah, so then we'll do the perimeter of the rectangle, which is a little more useful, and then password validation. So a tool, that's where you're on a website, you're setting a password, and the website tells you, oh, that doesn't quite match our system requirements of at least 8 characters, capital letters, numbers, etc.
So it just helps you make a more secure password when you're trying to enter a certain space.
Yeah, so that's a really useful tool that we'll be able to do by the end of this video.
Yep.
We recommend that you follow along in your own version of Eclipse while you watch the video. And I'm even going to go out there and say, if you know where we're going with something, hit pause on this video,
And
try
do
it yourself. Yeah. And then watch the video in case you got stuck or we had a different way to do it. There's many ways to accomplish the same thing. Patrice.
Yep.
What is a function?
A function, like you said earlier, is basically a block of code that you're going to need to reuse over and over again. So you write the code and you give it a name. So rather than having to write that code multiple times, you can just type the name of the code and put in your variables and it'll come up. Say, for example, you wanted to know what, in your code, you needed to know what the hypotenuse of a certain triangle is multiple times. Rather than having to type in the formula for a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you can write a function that does that calculation beforehand, and then every time you need it, you can just type hypotenuse and then put a squared and b squared, and you'll return c squared.
It's nice. So what are existing or built-in functions?
So existing functions are functions that come with Python when you download it. So for example, print is an existing function, sum, absolute value, divide, multiply, all those things are existing functions that come with Python because Python knows that those are very common things that people are going to need to use. And I can show you some examples.
Sure, let's jump in there.
In Eclipse. So if you guys want to jump on Eclipse and just follow along with what we're doing. This is code for later that we're going to use, but I'll comment that up for now. And then, so we're going to use the print function first. It's the simplest one. It's probably the one that everyone uses first. So what the code for print does is you type in something, a list or whatever you want, or a string, and it'll print it out in the console.
Okay.
So say, for example, we want to print hello world. You say print in parentheses. So the common thing you notice with functions is it's the command for the function, and then you have parentheses for the variables that you want to be printed out or to be displayed. So you print, and when you print, you have to print a string. So we could print hello world. I didn't spell world right.
Hello, you got an E instead of an O.
Oh, okay. I'll fix that. I have an issue with spelling sometimes.
And it's nice to have someone else to code with you
so they can notice things like that.
Watch while you're typing.
So now we can just run that, and you see it prints hello world. So
Excellent.
That's a built-in function that comes in Python. So now what if you wanted to know 2 plus 4? Like we all know it's 6. Say you were trying to do that in Python. So what you'd have to do is you have to print it because you want it to display.
Okay.
So you're doing a function inside another function.
Okay.
So you'll print in parentheses, and then the function to add is called sum in Python. So you lose sum in parentheses, and then now you have to do brackets because you have to do a list of numbers, and it doesn't accept it unless it's in a bracket.
Okay.
So you do.
That's part of the formatting of that particular.
Yes. So you do 2, 4. So now you print the sum of 2, 4, and we can run that, and see you get 6.
Now sum will sum up a list of numbers. So can we add some numbers to that list to just see how that works?
We can add other numbers. You could do 3, 4, 5.
Oh, that's 3.5.
That's fine too. You can do decimals if you
Oh,
want.
cool.
7, 10,
Alright,
100.
That's printed.
We can print that. And that's 126.5.
So it just added it all?
So it just
Summed
added
it.
every number in the list.
Excellent. Well, so now we understand pre-existing or built-in functions. Let's go back to